What that then tells us is that anything that is not in this world as it should be, anything lacking in this world, it is not a woman's fault, it's a man's fault. And one thing I want you to get, everybody, is that for as long as we don't have real men, or we have few, our sisters, our mothers, our daughters, and our wives will always suffer because they end up carrying burdens that we're never supposed to carry. All right? We need real men. And there is an agenda of the world, an agenda of the devil to take away real men. And what we call it is, no, we're being westernized. That's what we say. These are modern days. But I tell you, for as long as we do not rise, our sisters, our mothers, our daughters, our wives will always suffer. You see, everybody, as we get into what we want to get into, remember we said, women, you attend at your own risk, because I'm speaking to men. But if you see a woman that is here, it is also because they have a burning desire for information. They have a burning desire for something that can help them and their generation, in as much as it's not for them. But what we are saying is right now, there are men who know that this session was there. They know the importance of it. But the way that women have been pressing in to be here, it is a direct representation of every single thing that is lacking in our men. I'm actually disappointed. And don't think I'm saying, no, the woman came with a business that was more advanced. No. 0-0. Man here, woman here. The women have been achieving way more than the men. Well, it doesn't matter what it is that I'm ministering and I'm giving. The women take it more than the men. The women participate more than the men. The women get more results than the men. And I will tell you why that is so. And believe me, I am not a woman, so I have no bias towards their gender. If anything, I'm disappointed. If anything, I am disappointed. But I know the exact reason why this is so. So we're going to start on this wise. When you look at the anatomy of a human being, and particularly a man does not have any faculty within their body that was built to receive. That is the problem amongst the many problems, but that's the reason why when we talk about homosexuality, it is an abomination. Because you were never supposed to have anything on your body that receives. What that then tells us is that the way that you were built as a human being is no part of your body that was built to receive. If your hand is working in conjunction with your mouth, then it's not your mouth that is receiving. It is your hand that took food and facilitated it into your mouth. So if your own body was not built in a fashion to receive, it then tells you that your body was built in a manner to plant and to give life. Your body in itself, before we talk about your spirit, because remember, there is no gender in the spirit. That's why the Bible says that male and female created he them and named them Adam. So there is no gender in the spirit, but our spirits are then placed into either a male body or a female body. And the moment our spirits are placed into a male or a female body, they are then expectations for that body. And one of them is planting, creating that which then gives a harvest. If we're talking about the woman is then nurturing, multiplying that which she has been given. Then we'll be left with those that really want truth. Because for as long as we do not achieve that, our woman will suffer. Already we have established that the man is built in a way that they should plant. They facilitate the creation of a harvest. Men are not built to receive. All right? They don't receive seed. They give seed. So having said that, what that then tells us is that anything that is not in this world as it should be, anything lacking in this world, it is not a woman's fault, it's a man's fault. Because men are the ones that were given the capacity and that grace to plant. Anything that is lacking in this world, when you read this whole Bible, all right, there's a whole Bible. Read the book of Acts as an example. Oh, and then Saul, what happened? Saul was knocked down on the road to Damascus. He lost his sight. That's a man. And then God sent Ananias, a man, to restore his sight. And then Saul went on to the disciples, who were men. And then Cornelius was sent to call for Peter, man on man. And then Paul went with Barnabas, which means that if this gospel was not spread, it would not have been a woman's fault. It would have been man's fault. Remember, women, I said, attend at your own risk, because you may think, so we don't have importance on this earth. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the men.
Subscribe for more videos with the Liberty Man.